Good morning. My name is Arunaagiri Mudaliar. I'm an author, world-class trainer, an international sportsman, and a successful industrialist. Good morning. Friends, I'm going to speak to you on the power of self-belief. Henry Ford had very nicely said that whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, both the way you are correct. What it means is whatever your mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Unfortunately, many of we human beings have this biggest negative force called as self-doubt and self-pity, which are antithesis to self-belief. They always say that if a person has got self-belief, automatically the self-actualization becomes much more easily possible. The way in which the self-belief works is the entire diagrammatic representation is it all starts with self-acceptance. Once you accept yourself for what you are or you're not, and once you accept yourself as being okay, automatically that leads to your self-worth. After the when you get self-worth, you automatically build your self-confidence. And from self-confidence, the self-esteem comes. Self-esteem leads to self-belief, and self-belief leads to your self-actualization. So it's very important that you need to first accept yourself for what you are. Come what may, you accept. You may be, whatever may be your physical, mental, emotional, spiritual characteristics, you accept yourself as a kohinoor because you are unique. Nobody in this world who is similar to you. Why is kohinoor as a diamond so much valued? Because they say that there is no other diamond like kohinoor. So similarly, I for one strongly believe that even you as a human being, there is no other person in the 7.2 billion population who is similar to you in everything, in the physical, mental aspects. So why don't you consider yourself to be a kohinoor? This concept, if you get in your mind, automatically that leads to your self-acceptance. The self-acceptance automatically leads to your self-respect. Self-respect leads to your self-worth. Self-worth to self-belief. Self-belief to self-confidence and self-actualization. This is a cycle. So even if one of the link is missing, then automatically the casualty is in terms of your self-belief and self-confidence. Friends, because I for one believe also in this Buffar formula. Buffar formula says that what you believe to be, that is what your attitude would be. The attitude would determine the feeling. The feeling with which you take an action will lead to action. Action will lead to results. So this is actually a correlation of how beliefs lead to your end results. So if you have a strong belief in yourself, you automatically have a positive and a possibility attitude. And the possibility attitude will lead you into a more energetic feeling, more upbeat feeling. This upbeat feeling, when you take action, automatically it will lead you to produce the desired result that you would like to have. Friends, I also strongly believe in order to really pump up your self-belief, you need to be aware about one more thing. There's a little voice which is normally there in each and every human being. This little voice is a voice which is continuously happening in your mind. This is normally called as an unanswerable question. Normally it keeps on telling you, I'm not good enough, I can't do this is not for me. I'm someone which is little less compared to the others. There's a little voice which keeps on coming. Ideally, what you should do is don't resist it, just ignore it by saying that, okay, thank you for coming. This little voice is the voice which constantly stops you from growing big. Little voice makes you remain little. So one of the ways in which you can overcome this and thereby accentuate your self-belief and self-confidence is to have positive affirmation. I would suggest you to constantly repeat these four, saying that I am smart because I always learn something new every day. I like myself because I always take action to get things done. I am perfect because I always do consistently the right thing rightly. I am happy as me because I always choose to be happy. And I am whole, complete, perfect and magnificent. I am unique, able, capable, powerful and force reckoned with. If you keep on repeating this self-affirmation, it automatically reduces your little voice and makes your self-belief and self-confidence more able to achieve anything and helps you to achieve anything in life. Thank you.